Oh, pardon the costumes, everybody. Halloween show going on here, and we're also
your doctor
picking games as usual, which includes Vanderbilt. Fourth straight week, they're in a game featuring two top 20 teams. Unbelievable. Wow. And they're going to try to win the third straight because after taking down LSU and Missouri, they go to Texas, who had the crazy comeback against Mississippi State. All the cowbells, lost Arch Manning late, won it in overtime, though. And this is just a monster game for both of these teams, BJ. And Vandy's been doing it with defense even more.
They have. And I love Vandy's defense. AT and I were discussing their linebackers. All of them are interchangeable. Just pick one. 11, 10, 15, 29 12, on the edge. All of them.
17.
They are. Yes, come on.
Bingo.
99, 53. All those guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they're strong, they're stout, and physical, and they're disciplined. They know where they're supposed to be. And I love the defense Clark Lee is calling over there, man, because he's sending those guys. They're not just sitting there being reactionary. They calling red dogs. They're calling green dogs, and they come after you. And there was a play made by one of their DBs the other night in the Missouri game, and he basically took the handoff from the quarterback, Missouri quarterback. He was there before the back got there at the mesh point and took the handoff, and that clearly changed the momentum. And Vandy rode that wave all the way to victory. They are an excellent football team. They're a well-coached football team. And, of course, everything stems from that energy and that edge they get from Pavia on offense.
Yeah, I mean, Pavia is the attention getter. He's the reflective point. So every time people look at Vanderbilt, they think of Diego Pavia. And they might even notice up front that they got a pretty badass offensive line that loves to hand out some ribbons. And I mean R-I-B-B-I-N-G-S. They like to go into ribs. They like riblets. They will get you in the riblets. But the real moneymaker to me, the difference maker in this program, is the development of this defense. Yep. It's totally different. If you're thinking Vanderbilt in the past, watch them, because this defense is nothing like it has been.
Clark Lee is a very talented defensive coordinator. He had that role at Notre Dame before getting the opportunity at Vanderbilt, which is his alma mater. I actually promoted him to be the defensive coordinator late in my time at UCLA. Too late in my time at UCLA. There you go.
A little too late, Coach.
Bottom line is, by virtue of him being able to go to the defense and spend his time there, he had to have somebody he trusted on offense, which is where this New Mexico State story comes from. Diego Pavia was a quarterback at New Mexico State playing for Jerry Kill. Coach Beck was the offensive coordinator. They all came to Vanderbilt. The whole kit and caboodle came to Vanderbilt, and kudos to Vanderbilt for making sure it could all happen. This is the era of the transfer portal, and it gave the team not only an offense but an edge, which was to your point, and that's what you're watching. This is no accident. This isn't your dad's Vanderbilt. It's not your grandfather's
Older
Vanderbilt.
brothers.
It's a new version, and I think we're all enjoying the heck out of it.
Boys, you talked about the riblets. Pass protection is not passive. We call it full slabs because you get all up in the rib meat. Remember on ICF this week, we talked to Cade McConnell, the offensive lineman that was doing God's work up on that offensive line, blowing people up in pass protection. Take a look at this, boy, against LSU. Pass pro's not passive. He was just looking for work. Now, we did a whole interview with this kid. You guys are on YouTube right now. Go and find that interview, ICF. But the physicality that he brings and the rest of this offensive line brings on both sides of the football is really where this Vanderbilt team is different, man. Like, they have a swag to them. Ask Diego Pavia, do you think you're a Heisman favorite or should win it? Heck yeah, he said in his own words, he thinks. And whether or not he's going to win it, he plays and believes that he can, and that's the difference. This is a team that believes, and give Clark Lee credit, man. He spoke it into existence early on. We're here to win a national championship. And the rest of us went, huh. This dude has made that team a for real factor, and they got a chance to prove it against a very talented Texas
They were resilient last week. I'm surprised he didn't fall out from that exactly. That breath.
That's terrible.
Speaking of lightning. While you laugh that away, I want to point out that Clark Lee still sounds exactly the same as he did when he sat with us at those media days and said, I'm here to win an SEC championship. I'm here to win a national championship. Let's listen to what Clark Lee and Sark had to say heading into this one.
We're focused on us. We're focused on playing our best. We feel like there's still a better performance for us out there. Just like you see with these top 25 rankings, they come, they go, you rise, you fall. I mean, there's really nothing of substance to it. You know, I think what we're aimed at is how we finish the right way this season, how we keep within reach the goals we have, and you know, the meaningful stuff will happen as we approach the end, but it only happens if we're focused totally on ourselves and the performance we want to put on display in Austin.
I know Longhorn Nation is going to show up Saturday at 11 a.m. But we need to make sure we provide energy for them too. And part of that is our style of play, the speed in which we play with, the violence in which we play the game with. You know, that keeps the crowd energized, and so it's a two-way street there. And so we can't just go into this thinking, hey, we're at home and now we got our fans and everything's going to be great. No, they're an added bonus. We still need to play, you know, our brand, our style of football against a very good football team.
And look, you saw that statistic on there with Sark about Texas's record against top 10 teams. Vandy is now number 9 coming into this thing against the Longhorns. So well, they're going
to have to cage him. Missouri did a great job last week of keeping that guy corralled. And he ran around, excuse me, and he reminds me, I was looking, he is a wabbit? He is a wabbit out there.
What'd like, you say I have, doctor?
Even the doctor can't pronounce it, right?
You're going to die.
Can you write it down? No, wait, no, your handwriting can't be good.
Exactly. He reminds me of Barry Sanders. Ooh. I mean, the play just lives and lives and lives and chase that guy, and it's the same with Pavia. They have to find a way to stay in their gaps and make sure they corral him. And the long touchdown run last week, I think it was Alexander for Vanderbilt, they played it wrong. The safety didn't, the corner didn't stay outside. The safety didn't get outside. And there you have a crease. They hit it and they took it to the house. So you have to have that gap discipline to keep him in the pocket and keep that running game at bay.
What Sark is hoping is that this magic that they have created in the last 2 games, winning in overtime on the road at Kentucky and at Mississippi State, against all odds, especially in Starkville, down 17 with 12 minutes to go, can carry over to the practice field where there becomes more belief. Maybe they can cobble together a running game. Who knows about the availability of Arch Manning, but at day's end, the quarterback who went in there did a nice job. The transfer from Troy, getting that touchdown throw, that's got to be surging confidence in him. I think this game's a pick 'em, but I'm going to go with Vanderbilt, given the fact that I just think they can run the ball.
Okay.
Texas, to me, took a huge step forward last week. They proved something. That's that they got heart and they got grit, especially on the offensive side of the football. They scored on the second play of the game after a super long pass early on. Then after that, it was an absolute hot mess. They had 8 punts, a missed field goal, an interception. 5 of those were 3 and outs. They had a wide receiver, one that dropped a ball going over the middle.
Couple drops, gave up 5 sacks.
Gave up 5 sacks. It was a hot mess. However, the third and the fourth quarter, 2 touchdowns and a field goal, and scored on their second or third play in overtime to ice that bad boy. The defense got the stops that they needed. They rose to the occasion, and that's something that we hadn't really said about Texas. We used to question their toughness along the lines of scrimmage. That finally came back. Now we've questioned their heart a little bit. Are they a tough physical team? They proved that these last 2 weeks, Rick, to your point, and that's why this is going to be a hell of a game, but I like Vandy in a very close
What do you say we land
you for all that praise?
It may not be your grandfather's Vanderbilt, but this sure as hell is your grandfather's Texas. These guys are talented. They're fast. They're physical. I think Vandy's going to win because of how they've been trained and how they're going to get down there. But Texas, this is a field goal or less game.
Yeah.
Very good.
Texas wins. Hook 'em.
That's what BJ
Thank you, doctor.
Only
You're welcome.
BJ.
Doctor's
We'll see you
always
next
right.
time, if there is.